The races are winding down. After tonight, there will only be 3 races left in the Sprite Cup Series Season 4. You're watching the Sprite Zero Sugar 500 at Tiburon International Speedway. It's a beautiful night for racing. Let's take a look at your drivers to watch for. Ross Chastain starts on pole for tonight's race. He's got a pretty fast Chevy. He's hoping to take that hot rod to victory lane. Chris Buescher crashed out last week at Homestead with his teammate Brad Keselowski, as they were both running in the top 5. Tonight he hopes to correct that. Kyle Larson blew an engine last week at Homestead, finished last, and lost valuable points. He's hoping to rebound tonight and regain those valuable points. Brad Keselowski crashed out last week at Homestead with his teammate Chris Buescher. Tonight he hopes to correct that. Daniel Suarez won the Daytona 500 earlier this year. He knows how to get it done on these super speedways. Kevin Harvick was our last winner at Tiburon. He knows how to get it done here. And he's won the last 2 races in a row. And if he keeps up this momentum, he could clinch the championship before the final race. Denny Hamlin, a great super speedway racer. He's hoping to get to victory lane tonight and gain some valuable points to try to catch up to his championship rival, Kevin Harvick. Eric Almirola, starting deep in the field tonight. He's won at all the super speedways, except for this one. And he knows how to get it done from the back. In Season 2, he won the Daytona 500 after starting in the back of the field. So he definitely knows how to get it done on these types of racetracks. Eric Jones won at Talladega a few races ago. He knows how to get it done on these super speedways. Bubba Wallace, a former winner here at Tiburon, the site of his last win. He starts dead last tonight, hoping to make his way up to the front. Now let's go trackside for the command.
Drivers, start your engines!
All right, fired up when you're ready. Fired up.
Cars fired up and roll off for 12 laps around this 3-mile super speedway. Now let's look at your starting lineup. On the pole is Ross Chastain, and to his outside is Cole Custer. Behind them, we have Chris Buescher and Kyle Larson. Then we have Ty Dillon and Brad Keselowski. Behind them, it's Daniel Suarez and Martin Truex Jr. Then we have Kevin Harvick, current points leader, and Alex Bowman to his outside. Then we have Denny Hamlin, second place point man, and Ryan Blaney. Behind them, Tyler Reddick and Chris Buescher. Then it's Austin Cindric and Kyle Busch. Behind them, we have Eric Almirola and Harrison Burton. And then it's the Chase and Chase show, Chase Briscoe and Chase Elliott. Then we have Joey Logano and William Byron. Then it's Austin Dillon and Eric Jones. And rounding out the field, it is Bubba Wallace. We are ready for green flag racing on a Saturday night under the lights here at Tiburon. Pace car pulls off. Green flag is out in the air. Oh, and around goes Ty Dillon around on the backstretch. Caution is out. The 42 of Ty Dillon spinning down the backstretch, bringing out our first caution. He's okay. He'll be able to drive it away. Let's take a look at what happened. Got a bump from behind by Daniel Suarez. And that sent him spinning. It was really aggressive by Suarez, getting into the back of Ty Dillon. A bit too early. Very early. To be bumping like that. It's only lap 1. But he should be fine, as there he is on pit road. Tough break for him. He'll restart in the back. We are ready to restart on lap 3 out of 12 here at Tiburon. Green flag is back out. Down the backstretch they go. Ross Chastain holds a steady lead over the rest of the field as here they come into the tri-oval. And take lap 4. Here comes Chris Buescher to the inside with a push from his teammate Brad Keselowski. Buescher will be your new leader as they come into the tri-oval to take lap 5. Buescher leads his first lap of the race. Oh, what a crash! Ross Chastain, Cole Custer, and Martin Truex Jr. Caution is out. The one of Ross Chastain up against the outside wall. Cole Custer down on the apron. And Martin Truex Jr. What happened? Oh, Suarez got into the back of Cole Custer. Sent Custer into Ross Chastain. And both go up into the outside wall. Another incident caused by Daniel Suarez. Let's take a look at it again. Again, too aggressive. Way too early. Suarez getting into the back of Cole Custer causes this 3-car crash. Suarez gets into Custer, which turns him into Chastain. Larson checks up, and so does, and Truex behind him also checks up. And then Bowman gets into the back of Martin Truex Jr. and sent him spinning toward the inside wall. Here it is again. Larson checks up, and so does Truex. And Bowman doesn't check up. Gets into the back of Martin Truex Jr. Sends him head on into the inside wall. Tough break for all 3 of these guys. They'll be out of the race. We are ready to restart with 6 laps to go here at Tiburon. Green flag is back out. Keselowski links up with Buescher, and they will form a tandem. On board with Chris Buescher, as he leads the pack around Tiburon. Now here comes Kevin Harvick to the inside with a push from Eric Almirola. They separate Keselowski and Buescher. Harvick will be the new leader now. Down the back stretch they go. Here they come into the tri-oval. Harvick continuing to set the pace here at Tiburon. Here comes Alex Bowman with a push from Tyler Reddick. They separate Almirola from Harvick. Bowman will now be your new leader. Here comes the rest of the pack. Here comes Bowman up to block. Oh, and around they go! Big wreck at turn 1. It's the big one. Caution flag is out. Chris Buescher involved. His teammate Brad Keselowski up against the aid of Tyler Reddick. Joey Logano got involved late. Alex Bowman, who was the leader, is now wrecked. Daniel Suarez. For once, a wreck not caused by him tonight. And Ryan Blaney. The big one strikes at Tiburon. That started happening as they were entering the tri-oval. Let's take a look at what happened. So the pack was catching up to Bowman and Reddick. Bowman comes up to block Suarez, and there comes Harvick through the middle, and Bowman tries to block him, but he just wasn't clear. That's what started this. And then it's on from there. Bowman comes up to block Suarez. And then here comes Harvick with a run. Bowman tries to block him. Turns him into Tyler Reddick. And then it's on from there. Nowhere to go. And everyone else takes evasive action. It's 2 to go. You make those blocks, but you run the risk of wrecking yourself and others. And what we just saw was Bowman wrecking himself and 6 other people. It's the kind of desperate moves you make late in the race. Can't really fault him for that. Buescher gets turned after contact with Bowman, and then Reddick comes back down the track and gets plowed into by Newman. Buescher comes back up the track and gets plowed into by Logano. Bowman hits the outside wall, gets hit by Suarez, and then Blaney piles into the back of Suarez. That's how he got involved. That's how they both got involved. Here it is in real time. The big one at Tiburon takes out 7 cars. Tough break for all of these guys. Red flag has been brought out, as the track is essentially blocked. It's gonna take some time to clean up before we can go back racing. The field has been stopped on the backstretch. Kevin Harvick is currently the leader, with Eric Almirola in second. Seven cars involved in the big one at Tiburon. They will all be out of the race. The red flag has been lifted. We are back under yellow flag condition. We are ready to restart in overtime. Remember, it's a 2-lap shootout. If the leader makes it to the white flag under green, then the next flag ends the race, either the caution or the checkered. If the leader does not make it to the white flag under green and a caution comes out, then we'll line them back up and do it again. And we have unlimited attempts at a restart. Kevin Harvick, the leader, looking for his third win in a row and fifth overall this season. Aric Almirola to his outside in his final season of full-time competition, looking for what could possibly be his final win of his career. It's crunch time. Pace car pulls off. Green flag is back out. So to go at Tiburon. Almirola pulls in behind Kevin Harvick. They come to the inside now. Into the tri-oval they come. White flag. 1 lap to go at Tiburon. Here they come down the backstretch for the final time. Larson hard into the wall. Harrison Burton up and over. Caution is out. Aric Almirola comes across the start-finish line in first, but the caution came out. Checkered flag is waving. The race is over. But the question is, was it Harvick or Almirola that was out front at the moment of caution? That's what NASCAR is going to look at. They're going to use videotape and sync it up with the caution lights to see who is the winner of this race. A big wreck on the backstretch into turn 3 to end the race. Harrison Burton went tumbling down the backstretch and into turn 3. That car is destroyed. Austin Cindric was involved, up against Austin Dillon, the two Austins taken out in this crash. Denny Hamlin was involved, as was Kyle Larson. This will not help either of the two in the championship hunt. This will only allow Kevin Harvick to sneak away. Christopher Bell was involved. Eric Jones. Ty Dillon up against the wall. The two Petty GMS cars involved in this crash. The big one, number 2, at Tiburon. First, let's take a look at what happened. Down the backstretch, Almirola went for a move on Kevin Harvick, and Harrison Burton got into the back of Kyle Larson. Larson goes hard into the wall, comes back down and tags Harrison Burton, sending him tumbling into turn 3. And then everyone else behind him either gets involved or takes evasive action. Let's take a look at it again. Just aggressive bump from Harrison Burton, and pays the price for it. Almirola went for a move on Kevin Harvick, and we'll soon see who was out front at the moment of caution. Larson comes back down the track, gets hit by Hamlin, comes down on Austin Cindric. Bell piles into Cindric, and Bell goes up the racetrack and collects Eric Jones and Ty Dillon, and also tags Austin Dillon. And he comes down the track and hits Austin Cindric. Let's take a look at it one more time. That happens so fast. Harrison Burton goes for a wild ride. Here it is. This is synced up with the video. The moment of caution. Almirola fakes Harvick, goes to the inside, and right there is when the caution came out. So Aric Almirola wins the Sprite Zero Sugar 500 at Tiburon. How about that? He's coming to the end of his full-time career in the Sprite Cup Series. And what a way to get his final win at a track that he had yet to cross off his bucket list. So far, he's only won on super speedways. And a great way to end his, to get his final win at a super speedway. So now he has all three: Daytona, Talladega, and Tiburon. A well-earned victory by Eric Almirola. Started at the back of the field, able to make his way to the front and survive the chaos at Tiburon. He'll take the checkered flag and burn it down. And he stands on top of the car with the roar of his home state crowd. We're in Orlando, Florida. That's where this track is located. And down the road is Tampa, Florida, Almirola's hometown. And a win at home is great for Almirola. He's earned it. Congratulations to Eric Almirola for winning at Tiburon. Here are your final results. Eric Almirola gets the win at Tiburon. Kevin Harvick coming in a close second. Chase Briscoe coming home third. Top three. 1, 2, 3 for Stewart Haas Racing. William Byron and Bubba Wallace round out the top 5. Kyle Busch, Chase Elliott, Harrison Burton, and the two Austins, Cindric and Dillon, round out the top 10. Denny Hamlin and Kyle Larson involved in that last lap crash. And this will hinder their chances at the championship as Kevin Harvick just continues to run away with it. Only 7 cars finished the race. That's typical for a Sprite Cup Series race at a super speedway. Not that many cars end up finishing. And here are your point standings after today. Kevin Harvick maintains the points lead. 39 points separate him and Denny Hamlin. Kyle Busch and Kyle Larson maintain their 3rd and 4th positions in points. Almirola with this win moves up to 5th. Truex moves down to 8th in the standings. Byron up to 9th. Bell down to 10th. Blaney down to 11th. Logano and Wallace swap places in the standings. Ty Dillon moves above Cole Custer. Austin Dillon moves above Chris Buescher. As now the 2 RFK cars take the final 2 places in the points. Next week, we head to Kentucky Speedway for the Quaker State 400 at 3 Eastern, 12 Pacific. I hope you enjoyed this race. This is Brennan Gomez in the booth, signing off.